Hey, folks. So our EU tournament had to be canceled. We found out there's cheaters, or cheater, probably. Someone has figured out how to do multiple votes, and they're just running their votes over and over and over again. It got really ridiculous. And to be fair, I should have called this last week. I remember, Dylan, you know this because Brian, and I both talked about this off the air. Is that we talked about how it's wild that we doubled in votes from like the very first round, Sweet 16, we doubled in votes. And I did say we all mentioned it was kind of weird. Maybe some guy is going to the library. We joked about like signing on all these computers. And I suggested that maybe they're just getting friends and family to vote. Because I'll be honest, I called friends and family. I said, hey, go online and vote, you know. But in all reality, it's one person doing the same votes. Now, I know that because looking back at the Sweet 16, it's the same type of, it's so weird that same people pick the same bracket a billion times.
Yeah.
And so and the reason we're back in the Sweet 16 is because that's when it was obvious. Round 2, it wasn't obvious. We only had an estimate in between 10 to 20 votes more. So again, it could have been that one person throwing all 20 votes onto one person or not.
Kind of like seeing how much they could get away with, and then they just ramped it up.
And they got greedier as the series, because like I said, it went double the amount, which we all questioned afterwards. Plus, I mean, I enjoy upsets like the next person, but some of these were like vastly popular that we never saw coming. And then going back and looking at it, it's one vote, the same card over and over again, 100 times or something. And, you know, not 100 back then, probably about 60 times. And that's what gave someone the edge over some of those close ones in the Sweet 16.
Yeah, you actually called me, like, because you noticed it yesterday. You actually called me on the phone. You're like, hey, we got a cheater, because it's like it's the same 4 that are going up. And we were on that call. You were like, every few minutes you would update it and be like, oh, all those 4 got 5 more votes. And then a minute later, it's like they got 3 more votes.
And it was just ridiculous. One voter, the same thing 200 times. And it was 6 times the amount of votes that we had the very first round during round 1, which told me there's an obvious cheater. Someone's manipulating the polls. Of course, they found out how to vote 1,000,000 times, and that's all they're doing all day is sitting there voting for their favorites. And everyone who lost their favorites, you know, it's unfair to them that one person is controlling the whole tournament. And it's sad that someone had to cheat like that and ruin it for everyone. But we're doing it a different way. At first, we did think about canceling the whole thing. I was bummed about it. But I figured out another way. It's going to make it, I mean, it's not going to eliminate cheating, obviously, but it's just a different way we're going to do this. As you see, I have the email address for the Expand Universe, our site here. Now we're starting back with the Sweet 16. We're going to redo the Sweet 16. Like I said, round 2, like 20 extra votes is what we're dealing with. And yes, it could have been a cheater. But I don't know because I know we did get people who didn't vote the first round. I know there are some people who forgot about it and jumped in on the second round and started voting. And I know there's some people that I got after the first round that vote continuously now. So some of the, I don't think it was too fabricated back in round 2. So we decided to start with Sweet 16. 2 ways to vote. Main way is right here. Email us. We'll count the vote, 1 vote per email address. And also another way to vote, we're going to also say that too, if you don't want to email for whatever reason, you can also leave it in the comments below. Obviously, if you're sitting around creating new YouTube accounts, if it starts today or afterwards, we're not counting your vote. I'm sorry if you're new to YouTube, you don't get to vote. But so existing accounts, please comment here, leave your vote here. That way some people will know what their votes is. And then also you can email as well. So you get almost 2 votes in a way, but this will really cut down on that cheating of one person just going over and online over and over again. Cause it was rapid too. I checked and an hour later, there'd be 60 more votes. It was ridiculous. I think there were like 600 something votes before we finally stopped the tournament. And that's just insane. So, anyway, sorry that it happened, but this is the new way we're going to do it for the rest of the tournament. So restarting at the Sweet 16, we're going to come back tomorrow, do the Elite 8, do the Final 4, and then next week do the top 2, something like that, or maybe skip. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But this is a new way, and since we were supposed to reveal the results of the Elite 8, we'll reveal the results of the Sweet 16 at a later date. But anyway, folks, just wanted to let you know that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for voting. Sorry it had to be spoiled this way, but hopefully this way I'll make it up. And if some of your favorite ships got knocked out barely, we think it was that cheater who voted too much on one side to give that other person the win. So now here's your chance to give those people a redemption and get the vehicle you really wanted in the tournament. So thanks a lot. Dylan, anything else to add?
No, just vote at the email or on the YouTube, on the link for this YouTube video. So not the one on the website, the one on YouTube.
Yep. All right, folks. Have a good